Hello students, let us discuss a question related to quantum number and electronic configuration. So from that it will be clear that what is the relation with the configuration and quantum numbers. Let us discuss some question now. This is a question number 26 in a text exercise question. An atom of an element contains 29 electrons and 35 neutrons. Deduce the number of protons and the electronic configuration of element. So first of all, the element which is not specified here, let us keep that element as X. So X is the element because the element name is not given to us. And what it is given, 29 electron. It have 29 number of electron. That is given 29. 29 number of electron is given. And neutron value is given, that is 35. So the question is you need to find out the proton value. Proton is how much? So as because the atom, it was for atom. So we know that for an atom, number of electron is equal to number of proton. So that means if it have 29 number of electron, it must have 29 number of proton. So we got the answer here. What is the number of proton? That is 29 because it is an atom. For in the case of atom, electron must equal to proton. So we can say that because the proton gives the atomic number, so we can say that atomic number is 29 because 29 is the number of proton. So atomic number 29, it is clear that it is which element? The X is actually copper. So the element we clear from this, that is element is copper. So we get the electronic configuration of copper, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1. It should be 4s1 and 3d10. That is the electronic configuration for the element, that is copper. So we got the number of electron, that is equal to 29, and the electronic configuration, when you count it here, so you will get the configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1. It should be 4s1, 3d10. Then when you make the sum of all the electron, that means all the powers, when you make the sum, you will get 29. So because of the stability, the configuration will be in this way. So that is the electronic configuration of copper. Next question. Using SPD notation, describe the orbital with the following quantum numbers. So some quantum numbers are given. So we need to give the orbitals using SPD notation. So first one, n equal to 1, L equal to 0. That means principal quantum number is 1. S is given, that is L equal to 0. It is 1s. Second one, n equal to 3. That means 3 is the principal quantum number. L, because L equal to 1, as we have already discussed the value of L, for S it is equal to 0, for P it is equal to 1, for D it is equal to 2, for F equal to 3. So we can say L equal to 1 means, so the subshell is P. Next is C part. In this, n equal to 4. So 4, L equal to 2. L equal to 2 means it is D. So 4D. Next, n equal to 4 and L value is equal to 3. So that is 4F. So the answer is, for the first it is 1s. For first it is 1s. Second 3p. Third one 4D. And the fourth one is 4F. So this is the answer. So such type of questions are usually asked in the examination. It is quite a simple type of questions. So you should not do any mistake in such type of question. Next question. Identify the element if the quantum numbers of outermost electron is given. That is, the quantum numbers, the fourth set of quantum number is given for the outermost electron. So on the basis of this quantum number, we can identify the element. Because in an atom, we have studied that no two electron in an atom can have all the four set of quantum numbers. So let us do the first one. That is n is equal to 2 is given, L equal to 1, Ml equal to 0, Ms is equal to minus half it is given. So first of all make the orbitals. First we'll make 1s, 2s, 2p and so on. Now when you find it out here, what is the value of n is given, that is equal to 2. That means our electron will be, the last electron will be in the second shell or the second orbit. So we need not to make the further. Like 3s I am not made here. Why? Because the electron is in 2. So it is enough. But if n is equal to 3, so then we have to make 3s, 3p and so on. So here for this problem, n equal to 2, we need to make till here, that is till 2p. Now n is equal to 2, L is given, L is equal to 1. That means the last electron, the value of L is equal to 1 means, if L is equal to 1 means, that means the electron should be in the p subshell. So that means it is clear that the last electron is in 2p. Why 2p? Because 2 is the principal quantum number that is given and p represent the L value. So it is clear that our electron will be in any one of the box from this. So that is clear. So our electron is in the 2p. But in the 2p we can find out that there are 3 boxes. So we need to find out that where is our electron. For that we need the next quantum number. In order to identify the orbital, the value of Ml is equal to 0. So as we have discussed, the value of L is equal to 1, then Ml is minus 1, 0, plus 1. These are the position given for minus 1, 0, plus 1. So when you find it out here, our electron is having Ml value equal to 0. Ml value is equal to 0, it is given means our last electron must be here. That is in this box. That is the last electron should be in this. But again the cases come whether it is in the clockwise or anti-clockwise. So we can find it out. It is equal to minus half. That means the last electron is in the anti-clockwise spin. So we can make here the last electron is in the anti-clockwise spin. So I made the last electron. But we know that the electron, if it is in the anti-clockwise spin, that means, as we have discussed the rule, in that it says that all should be singly occupied, then only the pairing start. Because the pairing electron is in the anti-clockwise spin. So it means that here there are all are singly occupied, then the pairing starts. So when we start the pairing, we have to start the pairing from here, then only the pairing will be here. Because it is the last, as it is told, because this is the last electron, so we need not to make here. There is no need to make here. So this is the last electron. So how many number of electrons are there in the 2p? When you count it, how many number of electrons are there? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 electrons are there. So we can say that its configuration is 2p5. Why? Because the value of n is given 2 here. The value of L is given 1. The value of Ml is given 0. And value of Ms is given half. So we can say that the last electron is in the 2p orbital. 2p subshell. And once we know that 2p, the filling of 2p only start after the filling of 1s and 2s. So that means the electron must be fully filled here, then only the filling of 2p start. So it shows that here also electrons are there, and these electrons are here fully filled, these orbitals are fully filled, then only the pairing will start. So when you count the number of electron, we can find it out that here there are 2 electron, here there is 2 electron, and here there is 5. So that means 2 plus 2 plus 5, that is equal to how much it gives? That gives 9. So we can say that the atom in which the last electron having this configuration is having the atomic number 9. So it shows that because now we got the atomic number, that is the number of electron is equal to 9. So it shows that the element must be fluorine, because the atomic number of fluorine is 9. So from the help of the quantum numbers of the outermost electron, we can identify the element. So the next problem in this, you need to try it by your own and you have to find it out the answer. The next problem in this is this one. The B1 you have to try by yourself and find it out the element and make it the same way how I done in this problem. This is the most important type of questions which is usually asked in the exam. So all of you try this one. Thank you everyone.